Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Kerbal stream. Hope everybody had a safe and delicious holiday weekend, for those of you who had a holiday. I did. It was pretty great. But let's start the game. Pick up where we left off on Friday. I don't remember. Flights. Okay. Well, let's just take. Well, Emmykins, I'm glad to hear you had a good holiday weekend. It's always nice to get a break from work. Alright, let's check our active mission. That's right, we took this one to build another one of those stations around Minmus this time. So I guess we should start by doing some missions to rescue some Kerbals, maybe? Or maybe we should make some adjustments to the design to handle the wobbliness of the Mun Station design. I'm gonna make some quick adjustments to this. Give it a little more structural integrity, especially down here. Boosters. Oh, mess that up. Turn on symmetry. Alright. We had some struts down there. But I don't know where else we're having wobbly issues. Oh, you know what we could do? Go ahead and unlock the whatchamacall, specialized control. That'll give us access to the advanced control thingy. Although that'll cost a lot of points. Is there anything else we're saving up for? Ooh, the hinge. You know what? Let's pick up this for the hinge. And this for not the hinge. And then I guess we're still holding out for the modular girder segment XL, which would be ideal, I think. So now we're gonna make changes here. We're gonna get rid of that. And we're going to put this guy here. Hopefully it's big enough. It is, nice. Heck, there we go. Want it to go. Trying to rotate this correctly. Heck. The right way. No? There we go, okay. So we want it to go. Start down. Actually, we'll start 0. And do something like that. And get rid of these. Won't be needing them. And the angle limit should be, I guess, 0 to 90. Because that would do this. Yeah. Locked. Alright, I honestly have no idea what these do. So, motor, each motorized, yes. Motor size and output, power loss locked. I guess we want it locked. Oh, I guess damping. Oh, locked, we can't. Oh, target angle. Lock it. And then I'm hoping when we get into orbit, we can unlock it. But if anybody in chat knows, feel free to chime in. Okay, and the other thing we picked up was the advanced reaction module, which we're actually gonna slap right here. Here we go. to grandparent part. Auto strut. Grandparent part also. Yeah, I think we want to do that too. Do a little bit of more auto strutting here. Okay, so we'll fly up like this so they're not sticking out like a wacky waving inflatable arm man. Hey Vulcan Rider, thanks for stopping by. We're just redesigning the Mun station here. I purchased the hinges so we can have it folded down for launch and then fold it out when we get into orbit. And what else do we got? Power. We also added the ASAS unit. We added some extra struts down here. And I think that's good. Oh. Uh-oh. What just happened? Something happened. Oh, Pangolin. Thanks for hosting. That's weird. It didn't show up on my activity feed. Pangolin, you should play this game. I think you'd like it. It's got cute little fellas. These little guys. Little Kerbal men. This guy, he's like, yep, just doing the numbers, boss. This is definitely a rocket. Alright, I think that's good. So we'll save that. Let's see, I guess we'll send Valentina up. I don't think there's anything else I need to fix. Parachute we don't need. Crew cabins, I know. The monopropellant is whatever. Alright, let's go. Aren't they algae based? I think that's like a fan theory. Because they don't need food to survive. They can just live forever in space. So people assume they're like plants. But that's not official canon as far as I understand. Okay, Valentina. Looks like you've got everything lined up. We'll need to put a scientist there and then send it to Minmus, but other than that, it shouldn't be an issue. Unless it's Jeb. Well, okay, that's different, though. I'm saying they don't need... Obviously, if you blow them up, they'll die. But they won't die from lack of resources. Oh, you made Orbit? That's awesome. Now you just have to do all the other fun stuff. Alright, I think we're ready to go here. Let's go. Boy, look at that slow takeoff, huh? I think we're going to actually turn off pilot only, yeah. That'll work. And hopefully with the new... oh, okay, it's starting to wobble a bit. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn this back on. Don't like the wobbling. But it seems a little bit unavoidable here, fortunately. Okay, alright. Come on, Valentina, hold it together. Hold it together. It's okay, it's just a little bit of wobble. It's structurally designed to do that. Okay, here we go. We got this. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, here we go. First flip. Second flip. I guess this design is just designed to do that now. And, oh, she's going for a third flip, maybe? No, no, no. Come on. Okay, whatever. We're going for it. And flip. And up. Show off. I really think I need to redesign this thing. It's so wobbly. I don't get it. Maybe fins or something. No, she won't die. Like, we can bail out, like, worst case scenario. That's not the issue here. The issue is it's just so dang wobbly, it just flips over. Okay, I'll catch up on the messages here. I gotta try to fly this thing. Give me a second. I don't want to act like I'm ignoring everybody, but we've seen what happens when I get distracted by chat trying to fly these things. Alright. As you can see, I added the foldy arms. I guess I was hoping that would resolve some of our issue, but clearly it did not. I mean, you know, I think I fly acceptable enough. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's catch up on what happened here. Okay. So, Pangolin says, I've considered playing it, but just know that it would probably quickly become me seeing if I can purposely blow up test shuttles. Well, you're in luck. The game is like that. Alright, Vulcan Rider made orbit. You managed to screw it up. I was in map mode and hit Z and burned up all my re-entry fuel. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, I'm in timeout. Hello. How's it going? It's going good. Very happy to be back at the KSB and trying to pick up the pieces after the tragic loss of Jeb. But I think everyone's just kind of happy to have something to do. Let's unlock these. And now we're going to need to get this circularized and get it into inclination with Minmus. Yes, Jeb's death was because I was paying attention to chat instead of watching where I was going. So, I don't blame chat, but just know that if I hadn't been reading chat, that wouldn't have happened. We were talking about Kerbal fanfiction. What do you want? How can I let that go ignored? Specifically erotic Kerbal fanfiction. I don't know how that came into the picture. Yes, it's more my fault than that's. Yes, I know. It's okay, though. Still got Valentina. We've got a new cadre of Kerbals we can train. It's all gonna be fine. Let's get this thing circularized. Oh boy, here we go. Most fanfic ends up being adult fanfic. Not always. I mean, it depends on the what am I thinking? The setting, the universe, what world it's taking place in. So sure, if you got something like Harry Potter fanfiction, of course it's going to end up being erotic fanfiction. I don't know why, it just ends up that way. Oh, don't worry, I'm familiar with Rule 34, but Rule 34 says that if it exists, there is porn of it. It doesn't say that everything is porn. So while yes, there probably is erotic Kerbal fanfiction, that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to read it on stream. I could read something wholesome, if it exists. Exactly, Pangolin's right. Rule 34 is its own beast. Shouldn't come into play here. We're gonna have, like, almost no... Well, we'll have some Delta V left, I guess. But we are gonna have to send up another... I guess we were gonna have to send up a refueling shuttle either way. I'd argue that a majority of fanfic is kids in school writing things for class assignments, really? I just assume it's kids in school who, like, really love Sonic the Hedgehog and wish that they were married to him, and then they write the fanfiction about that. There we go. Alright, good enough. So now we need to get into Minmus inclination. If you're wondering why I didn't launch directly into this inclination, it's because I can't control how this thing takes off, so I wasn't going to try. Pangolin says, I used to write Star Trek fan fiction for class writing assignments as a kid. Original series or other? Well, good work, Valentina, getting this thing into orbit. Although it's pretty beefy. Sure, all the reaction wheels are turned on. Have reaction wheel. Does. Alright. That was one problem I had with getting to orbit. I was trying to do a circularizing burn from the map screen, but the orbit vector would change too slowly. That screen behaves so strangely. I mean, it behaves as it should. It's just a matter of doing your burn at the correct time, I think. Get up here to the descending node. We're gonna have a good time. Either the original or next generation, because that's what was out back then. Alright. I mean, you can always do slash fic, like characters from different universes meet up and everybody just kind of bangs. That's what the kids are into, right? I wish my English teacher let us use fanfic for writing assignments. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what teacher was okay with you writing fan fiction for English? I went to a school where they were just happy that you were doing the homework at all. Went to the school of hard knocks, huh? Oh, got a little Star Trek community growing in the chat. That's really loud. That loud to anybody else? I was in elementary and middle school. Yep. So that part's done. Alright, Valentina, we're gonna test out one of these arms. Oop. Oh, look at that. How cool is that, guys? Fortunately, I have to extend each solar panel individually because I didn't set up a group. Probably something I could change. Is there a primer to show the right time to schedule your burns and the like? Ooh, it's tough because ideally, as you reach your apoapsis, you're just finishing your circularization burn. So it's very dependent on your Ascent profile and how much rust you have. And how good you are at estimating. You can always use the maneuver nodes. I know there's a way to set that up. So if you launch, the problem is trying to set that up while in flight, I guess. But basically you can set the maneuver node at the top of your apoapsis and extend it out until you're circularized, and that'll tell you how long you need to burn for. And you can start burning about halfway ahead of that. Alright, so let's get this thing pointed down. Oh. And we need to get a scientist in here, a pilot to swap out with Valentina, and a contingent of fuel to share. Is that right? Looks kind of off kilter to me, but maybe it's correct. Oh, I guess we're at an inclined orbit, so it makes sense that it would be like that. All right, to the Space Center. Oh boy. Vulcan Rider's nerding out about Star Trek again, guys. Do we want to do any of these? I don't think so. So we'll just send up. We'll prepare the supply shuttle. You could be nerding out about Babylon 5, but even fewer people would know what you're talking about. Okay, wait. Here's a obscure nerd thing. Does anybody remember a movie or possibly a part of an anthology show where this dude gets soil samples from Mars and it has like weird bugs in it, and then he takes them home and they worship him as a god? I want to know if anybody knows anything about this, because I swear I saw this on Sci-Fi, or the Sci-Fi Channel, whatever it was called when I watched it. And I'm like, this is kind of neat, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I think we're just going to put 2 scientists in here, because this is going to be our primary science thingy. Alright, so I think we're good to launch. And yeah, that's good. Alright, Vulcan Rider has no idea. I do not, but let me go. Alright, yeah, I guess you can Google it. That's fair. Nobody's going to know it off the top of their head. This is like, it's not Dog Soldiers or anything memorable like that. There we go. Now, how does the Star Trek canon fit in with the movies? Not the newer ones, but like Star Trek the Motion Picture. Is that all canon? If there can even be said to be such a thing, now that Paramount's kind of just taken it and gone kind of nuts. Get some drag here. Go. That should be pretty good. Just cruising here. I still don't like seeing the plasma, but I guess it's unavoidable if I'm going to be efficient. I hope. Alright. We have punched through the atmosphere. The Kerbals don't look happy. Oh no. That's no good. Gotta look happy. Oof. Kind of a wonky looking orbit here. Let's try to fix that, shall we? Oh, Dunbaratu. Thanks for the raid. Hello, raiders. I'm not familiar with your streamer, but I really appreciate it. We're playing Kerbal Space Program right now. This is a hard career mode save. We have unfortunately already lost Jeb. you can... oh, you were playing Kerbal. Nice. You doing career mode or just goofing around in sandbox? So we've got our intersect kind of lined up here. And I think we should have a pretty easy rendezvous. Doing career mode at no revert. Okay, yeah, that's basically how I play. I haven't really encountered bugs, so haven't had the need to revert. But thanks for the raid, and thank you everyone if you're gonna stick around a little bit and watch some Kerbals. We are sending up a resupply shuttle to rendezvous with our new Minmus base station, which we'll be sending into orbit around Minmus here shortly. Alright, let's check the intersect here. And if you like watching people play Kerbal Space Program, I play every Monday and Friday. Wednesday is kind of a... the show might have been Sand Kings, yes. I play Kerbals every Monday and Friday, and then Wednesday is kind of a flex shot. You do allow revert on bugs like parked rover braking. Oh, I hate that. Attempt to physics warp you, no, that's not what I asked for. Yeah, I wish they would do another bug fix, honestly. Like, the game is great, but a little more polish goes a long way. But KSP2 is calling, so I guess you can't really blame them at this point. Alright, let's see how bad this is going to be. And Pangolin, I'll have to check if it was Sand Kings. I don't know if it was a show or it was like a short film or a movie or miniseries or what. I just remember I saw it and thought it was interesting. Never knew what it was called. Never saw it again. Alright. So, we should have it pretty good. Still no release date on KSP2. No, not that I've heard of. Afraid we might be waiting a while. Okay, let's do this. And Dunbaratu, our wonderful raider, says, I wish the UI didn't forcibly redirect time warp into physics warp. I get that sometimes time warp is impossible, but it should just say that, instead of redirecting my order and disobeying me. I haven't really encountered that issue, I guess. But yeah, I know there's still some weird things that happen. Alright, so we've got some decent intersects here. I think we can probably accept this one. Instead of trying to push for that far side one here. 4, 3, 2. Good enough for now. I haven't heard anything about a Linux build for KSP2, but that would be cool. Alright. Pangolin's gonna hook us up with the link. Alright. So we'll just warp around to the far side here. I'm not gonna... Okay. No, periapsis is safely outside the atmosphere. Good. Okay, the issue is when it thinks the vessel is in motion, it will redirect to physics warp. So when I hit period several times, instead of safe 50x rails warp, I get Krakeny 4x physics warp. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, yes, the Kraken. We know it and love it. I was once trying to add a part to a rover on the Mun, and the Kraken did not like that. So I just do not take those missions anymore. Alright, we're coming in for our rendezvous. Let's try not to crash again. Or Eve doing fizz warp will break wheels. Yeah. I don't like physics warp. There's got to be like a way to disable it, right? I guess I didn't even think about that. If it's gonna just cause problems. Alright, guys. We're not gonna crash the shuttle into the space station and kill anyone this time. So if I ignore chat for like a minute, don't feel bad that I didn't read your message. Vulcan Rider, it sounds... How have you been running it currently? Because you've been able to run it on something, I assume. Ooh, shot there. Let's slow this down. That should be good. Unity runs well on Linux. KSP had a long history of running better than it ran on Windows. Oh. I did not know that. So, we're going to come in here, we're going to dock, we're going to offload the extra fuel, we're going to swap out... Oh, Dunbaratu, thanks a bunch for the follow. That's super awesome. I'm almost to 50. Soon I will have the channel points. And you'll be able to pay points to make me do funny things. And I promised everyone that I would get a webcam and a better mic when I got to 50 followers, so. Alright, yep. I know all the raid stuff, so have a good night or whatever. So hello raiders, feel free to jump into the conversation in the chat. I think we were talking about Star Trek. And presumably if you like space games, you might also like space TV shows or space movies, so. I personally really liked Dune, the new Dune. So I kind of like to talk about that, but I know Vulcan Rider likes Star Trek and Babylon 5. Fanfic, Star Trek Babylon 5 fanfic. Yeah, we got into this because we were talking about fan fiction again. It keeps happening. Couldn't you just run it in a Windows emulator? I'm sure that's not exactly like the best solution, but it makes it work. Alright, here we're coming in, and we're already better off than we were last time. Coming in too hot. Oh, look at that beautiful sun. Someday we will go there. And we will have the first Kerbal to walk on the sun. They do look happy. Yeah, you're right. That really, their mood really changed. I'm not sure how that's set up, like programming-wise. What determines when they're having a good time versus not a good time. Wine appears to be broken in FreeBSD at the moment. Oh no. I don't know, it sounds like you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get stuff working. So, what else do you guys want to talk about tonight? We're going to have a lot of dead air if I'm in charge of all the conversation. I'll just say I had some great blueberry pie for Thanksgiving, and it was pretty good. Is this the same mission that killed... This is the same type of mission that killed Jeb. Because we were sending up a refueling shuttle to dock with one of our space stations, and I came in too hot. As you can see, I'm coming in much slower than in the clip. And that ended up in Jeb getting horribly blown up due to a collision. But we've built back stronger. And now we have a Jeb Memorial Station in orbit. And it's a pretty darn good station, if I do say so myself. Oh, it's so slow, though. I guess I could time warp here just a little bit. The course correct a bit here. Blueberry pie, yeah, blueberry pie is good. probably one of the better fruit pies. I'm not sure what I would say is the best fruit pie. Like apple's up there for sure. I don't really like cherry pie that much, or raspberry pie. Those are really kind of tarty. So we are going to come in here from the, I guess, below this. Slowly. So slow. In the Jet Memorial Station, does kazoo music play in the air docks? Absolutely. It's got a little shrine, picture of Jeb, and some electric candles. Very classy place. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the two clips, Jeb is Dead and Requiem for a Kerbal, to basically get caught up on the whole story. Takes about a minute. Although there's really not much to tell. Jeb got blown up in a horrible accident, and then I did a short memorial for him at the beginning of the next stream. Come on. This is why I came in hot last time, because this is too slow. Rails warp. Now we need to kind of shift things up a little bit. We're going to set the docking port as our target. Ah, come on. I can't. Oh, I had it. Oh, come on. Okay. RCS on. Oh, that's kind of loud. Oh, no, RCS off. What the heck? Now we need to go down a bit. Okay. Up. Ooh. Okay. Now I have to try to figure this out. Nope. It's like playing the crane game. Gotta look from every angle. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, caps lock on. Now we're coming in now. This should be good enough. Beautiful. And yep. Alright, we got it. So where's a good place to learn about docking and the intricacies of orbital mechanics? I don't know. We need to get this locked. Because that's gonna cause issues, like, real fast. Uh-oh. I was not expecting that to happen. Can we lock it now? There we go. Okay, it's locked. Probably should have locked it to start with. So, I learned docking, I want to say, from probably Scott Manley at some point. Why is it so floppy? What the heck? It should be locked. Okay, turn that off. What is going on here? Got the target angle. If I knew it was going to be all floppy like that, I wouldn't have used the hinges. All right, whatever. Let's Worry about that later, I guess. Need to first get fuel in. Wow, we didn't even fill it up. That's unfortunate. But I guess we can start by transferring our scientists over. Lizgard is a scientist. Akin is a scientist. Font is a pilot. We need Valentina to go back into that. DudePont. Take over station. Okay, there we go. So honestly, I learned it so long ago I don't even remember where I learned it. Gotta turn these reaction wheels off. Something. I locked it. See if that does anything. Nope. Alright. I think we're just gonna have to deal with it being like that. That's really annoying. Can we turn the torque off, or does that make it worse? It makes it worse. Turn that off. Yeah, does anybody know how to fix that? Like, can I auto strut? Probably not at this point, huh? Like, I thought I would be able to use these hinges, but clearly that is not the case. Release the Kraken. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like this. As frustrating as it is. Just have to keep that in mind when I build an upgraded design or something. Duct tape. Yeah, I guess I could send an engineer up here and strut it, but that seems kind of pointless. Like, the whole reason I got these was so I could fold them up when I don't need them. Alright, well, let's see. The fuel's all empty. We're going to be using RCS to get back. This should have enough fuel, I think. So we'll undock here. Roll from here. Dock. Undock. There we go. How do you transfer the fuel? So when you're docked, you can right-click on one part and then right-click on another. And as long as there's a path between the two tanks that doesn't have crossfeed disabled, you can just transfer it through. Right, so back to Valentina, who is going to head back down. Urban. Oh, right, I turned that off. Yep. Gonna point that way. The station is gonna, I guess, point straight ahead. Locked. They're locked now, but it doesn't really do anything, does it? Dumb. Alright. We're gonna send Valentina home on RCS. Hang on, I'm gonna fix this. Audio volume. Like 50. Let me know if this sounds better. Oh, that's better. So loud before. Alright. So we'll check the periapsis here. We're gonna be coming in, as long as we can get it below 70, it's fine, but we're gonna do a lot better than that with the RCS, I think. Better? Okay, good deal. Yeah, I probably should have turned the vehicle sounds down. I know that the rocket noises were making a lot. so the station is off. Continue on its orbit. We're going to get Valentina home. Then we're going to come back up, aim the station, and then send it off to Minmus. And I believe it should have everything it needs. Got at least one scientist. Got room for 5. In fact, we could have dropped a whole habitation module if we wanted. Oh, RCS is so fun. Oh, I could probably turn off that, huh? I had the caps lock on. Now it's loud again. Alright, let's see where we're coming in. Oh no, it's dark. I would ideally like to land in the water. Try to get it around here somewhere. So I wish I had some time to look into the mechanics of hinges, but the show must go on, so I'll just make a note of it. Look into hinges. Alright, that's good. Go ahead and do our separation. Or not, because we're at... No, wait, we're not at a... What the heck is going on here? Oh, I know it's... At it went in the wrong direction. Go. And we will separate. Butt down. Okay, look into hinges. Hopefully there's a guide out there that can give me some guidance. So let's speed it up then. And there we go. Get oriented correctly. Hey, there's the mun. Nice. Oh, I hope. Oh no. I hope we don't come in on the mountains here. That would be kind of bad. I guess we'll find out. That would theoretically give me some extra science. It wouldn't be all bad. Also, before we send that base station out to Minmus, I should gather all the EVA science we can get from Kerbal for extra science. This doesn't look great. I think we'll be passing just south of the mountains, though, so that should be fine. So, we're almost an hour in and no Kerbals have been blown up yet. Sorry if that's what you came here for. This is career mode, though, so I try to keep the fatalities to a minimum. Valentina looks so happy. Oh, speaking of things to talk about, I've been playing Hearts of Iron 4 recently. I don't know if that's like a game that streams well, but it's pretty fun. Is there a way to start your braking burn and predict where you will end up landing? There's a mod for it, but other than that, you just kind of have to guess. Like, you can kind of figure it out. It depends on a lot of factors is the problem. There are streamers playing it all the time. I mean, I'm sure there are. I just don't know if that's a game that's going to attract people to the stream, or if, you know, people have their preferred player already picked out. And I'm not good at it, so I just started playing it. Maybe. I guess we could do that on Wednesday, since the RimWorld was kind of popular. I guess I could do it Friday. Hearts of Iron 4. It's a grand strategy game. Takes place just starting right before World War II and through like the start of the Cold War. Would you like my 2 centicreds? If you've got 2 centicreds to spend, yeah. Coming in hot. That word looks a lot like centipede, by the way. I was gonna say, I do not want your 2 centipedes. Is this? Okay, hang on. Change this too. Is that ambiance? Turn that down. Oh, that's better. Okay, so it's ambiance. Never realized how loud this game is. Coming in hot. But at least we didn't land in the mountains. We actually cleared them by quite a ways. We'll be coming in over plains, it looks like. Emmykin still wants Death Roulette Spelunky. Yeah, me too. Like I said, I have to have a decent number of people participating for it to work out. So sorry. Somebody was talking to me. Say the name again. It's called Hearts of Iron 4. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Hearts Iron number 4. It's the 4th in the series of games. From Paradox, you may know them for such hits as Crusader Kings and Stellaris and others. I really like playing them. I don't know if people like watching. You're not. Yeah, it's kind of a niche genre of grand strategy. 4X. I guess the only real 4X one is Stellaris. All right, Vulcan Rider has his 2 centicreds here. I go for streamers that play games I'm interested in, and B, have good personalities. B will sometimes trump A. B, for me, absolutely does. In a channel. I found you because of Kerbal. I'll at least tune in if you play something else, though I may not stick around. That's fair. I do the same thing, so. Like, there's some people that I watch, and I'll pop in and be like, oh, they're playing, like, a game I'm not really interested in. I got other stuff to do. Hell Let Loose. Is that a... That sounds like a first-person shooter. Is that a first-person shooter? But Vulcan Rider is... You're absolutely right. But yeah. I guess I'll try it. Like, maybe I'll play like a tiny nation and see how long I can survive. As for what Death Roulette Spelunky is, it's Spelunky 2, but you use a website to... how do I describe it? Basically, it's a website. Everybody watches the stream through that. And you start off with like 1,000 points, and you place bets on how I'm going to die that run. And so the more people that bet, the more is in the pot. And then you try to guess how I'm going to die, and then when I die, I'll put in how I died, and then the people who guessed correctly will get the money from the pot. And Vulcan Rider, don't worry, I also dislike horror games. Yeah. They're too scary. I tried to play Phasmophobia, and it did not go well. Let me switch that to Ground Radar. Yeah. I mean, some of them are okay, but I don't know. There's no real... Like, what does the gameplay loop do thing until you get scared? Like, how is that fun? It doesn't require any kind of strategy or forethought. Phasmophobia is a little different because there's an actual goal. And yeah, I know you found it hilarious, but nobody else did. Alright, let's see. Continue missions. Nope. In that case, we will prepare the Mun Station, which will now be called the Min Station. The Pangolin, on the other hand, likes watching people play horror games. You'll see me maybe play horror games in October only. And as for first-person shooters, I haven't played a first-person shooter in a long time. It's like an actual first-person shooter. I've played first-person games, but they're not really shooters. So this is going to be called Min Station. Or Minmus. Okay. Maybe it would be better to have these fold up. Well, no, because then when I launch, they would get folded down. Okay, well, while we think about that, I'm going to have Lisgard here. Okay, that's kind of weird. Yep, keep that. board. Is there a way to make them like transfer them to a habitat module? Because for whatever reason, EVAing out of the science lab causes some weird physics. I'm just going to use the habitation module for a bit here. Oh, Choo Choo Charles. Okay, I might make an exception for that because that looks kind of fun. And it's got like management stuff. But we'll see how it goes. I've been watching the guy, the like developers' YouTube videos. It's actually kind of cool how he came up with the ideas. Alright, Lizgard, hop out. Grab some science. Grasslands, okay. And obviously everybody has their own, like, what they like to watch. I have my weird things that I like to watch, and Emmykins likes her things. So not everybody's gonna like every stream. Fine. I just want to make sure that what I'm streaming is at least a little interesting to someone other than me. Like, most people, I feel, if they're gonna watch a Paradox game, they either want to see somebody memeing and doing something wacky, or they want to see somebody who's really good at it. They don't want to see somebody who hasn't really played before and is just trying to figure it out. Because the game's been out for like 4 years at this point. Kind of hard to justify just getting into it. And I don't really have an established audience. Obviously, you guys are here. But if I had, let's say I had like 1,000 followers and I regularly had 20 people watching, that's a little bit different, because then I kind of have an idea what everybody likes and what gets people to watch. So it's tough, you know. I don't have a marketing department or anything that's like, hey, play. Well, I guess I kind of do. I could play Fortnite, but I'm not really into Fortnite or those kind of games, so it wouldn't work out, I don't think. My husband says it's hilarious to watch me play horror, so y'all get a show. Yeah. Why didn't you just put the docking ports on the station itself instead of the arms? Aesthetics mostly. I wanted the solar panels to be out on girders. But you're probably right. I probably could have just slapped it on the side of one of these tanks. That would be the smart, efficient way to do it. Get some highland stuff. Oh, that's grasslands. This should be highlands, I think. Please don't play Fortnite. No, don't worry. I won't play Fortnite. I don't enjoy it. I don't think anyone would want to watch me do it. You don't have to worry about it. Right. Get back on board. Head for the mountains. Hopefully we'll orbit over some mountains. I think one of the issues is the people that I really like to watch are, like, they just play whatever because they have a solid audience that'll watch them play whatever because they're entertaining people. But I don't know if I am all that entertaining yet. Like, that's something you kind of have to work at and get better at. And as a kid, I always either wanted to do, not like young, but when I was maybe in middle school and high school, it was whether I wanted to be a voice actor or to do like radio shows, which, you know, looking back is kind of silly because there's not that much radio going on these days. I think everything's sort of migrated to podcast, which I could also do, but again, you got to have some kind of established audience or have a gimmick or something. Anyway, so this is sort of a mixture of both of those things that I was always interested in. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do some of my wacky voices. And it's kind of like a podcast because I'm here talking about random nonsense. I am entertaining. One of the things I look for in a streamer is interaction with chat. Absolutely. Like, one of my friends streams, and I'll pop into his stream, you know, just to support him, and I'll type something like, hey, how's it going? And like 10 minutes later, he'll be like, oh, yeah, it's going good. I'm like, come on, you got to interact with chat. Otherwise, just make a YouTube video. It's really frustrating having to... And, you know, there's one thing. It's like, if you're a big streamer and you're getting a ton of messages, obviously you can't interact with everybody. But if you're a small streamer and only one person is talking in chat, it's not that much of a burden to look down at your other screen once in a while and see what people have been saying. And yes, you can do biome science from orbit. Sorry, I missed that one earlier. Basically, if you go EVA, you can just do an EVA report. I'm also going to get a crew report from here. Going to process in the lab. And I can't... Mouse got stuck. Hang on. There we go. Wrong button. Now we need to set up our transition. Minmus. The interesting thing about RimWorld Pangolin is that it's kind of like The Sims in that you make your own story. And with the mod that I have, you can actually buy a pawn, which is what they call their Sims basically, and sort of dictate how their story is going to go. You can buy stuff to send in, and then I can equip it to them and all that. So that's kind of a fun thing to do with Twitch, is there's integration with chat. And I think one of the point rewards I'm going to have is getting your name in the game for games that don't have that, like Oxygen Not Included. Yes. I still have Cold Waters on the wish list, don't worry, that's coming. It's slow enough to interact with chat, but interesting enough to hold interest. Don't forget about how you always kill your cats in RimWorld. I don't do it. Outside forces do it. I'm not sitting there butchering them for food. But if raiders show up and the cat's outside, not a lot I can do. I mean, there's something I can do. I don't usually think about it till it's too late. So yes, Cold Water's still on the wish list. I'll get that in here at some point. Well, you guys have convinced me. I think we're going to try some Hearts of Iron this Friday for maybe at least a little bit. See how it goes. And Kerbal's always here. It's not like it's going anywhere. Or maybe we could swap that out. I don't want to swap it out with Wednesday because I already said last week that it would be RimWorld for sure. Oh, it's tough. Maybe I should start streaming more days. The only real free day I have that I'm not streaming already is Tuesday. I would hate to have to cancel my role-playing day on Thursday for that. Oh, we should probably start burning now. Stay on target. Alright, let's head over here. Saturday? I could stream on Saturday, but I don't know how I would differentiate it from... I guess I wouldn't have to. I could just stream normal time. A streamer I watch called Outer Exodus streams things like Stellaris. Oh, heck yeah. Whenever he has a general or admiral or whatever, he'll pick names from chat. It gives chat a vesting in the game. Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to do. I didn't even think about streaming. Well, that's not true. I streamed Stellaris once, like, before I was trying to kind of fumble around and see what people would like. Subbrief does the same with Battletech. Ooh, Battletech's cool. I haven't played any Battletech video games, but I had a buddy when I was in the army that was really into, of all things, the card game. Don't cancel gaming for streaming. I mean, streaming is gaming for me. Like, I'm not going to play a game I don't like. You were in the army? What was your most? 30? Oh, shoot. 35 Papa. Trying to remember. Alright. Go. Nice. Cryptologic linguist. MI stuff. So yes, people of chat, I was in fact an Arabic linguist in the army. Now you know. No, I am not still fluent in Arabic. If I ever was. Yep. I mean, that's not really called AIT, it's just language training, because AIT is in, Texas. But I did get to spend a year and a half in Monterey, and it was beautiful. DLI. Yes. No, I mean, don't cancel your non-streaming game night for streaming. Well, yeah, I wouldn't cancel my role-playing game night. But Tuesday is a totally free night. As far as that goes right now. Alright, so next we're going to get another crew report. Yep. We're going to have Lizgard hop out. Some extra data. Ironically enough, I was stationed at Camp Roberts right down the coast. Nice. There's a ton of bases in California, though. I lived at Fort Irwin for a while. And there's like, you know, the Navy bases and stuff. Edwards. Trying to think of others, but I can't think of their names. Yeah, California seems to have a lot of Army stuff or military stuff in general. We put that as a alarm. Come on. Don't do this to me, game. I'm not in the mood. Just want to set an alarm. Oh, I almost had it. There we go. Administrative staff was at Planet Ord. Yeah, I lived at Fort Ord for a while before they shut it down. I was like a baby though, so I don't remember it. Warp to next. Oh wowie. That was kind of a narrowly avoided the mun there. My husband tried for linguistic stuff in the army, scored really high on the test, then got blocked from going in by the higher-ups who didn't like him. Oh no. They shut it down? What happened to the light fighters? I mean, I think the only thing that's left is the housing, which they still use for married people at DLI. But I don't know what they do, what they did with the units that were there. But after that, we moved to Schofield Barracks in Hawaii, which was also pretty cool. So here we go. Coming into Minmus. While we're here, I should check science. Report. Throw it in the science lab. Lizgard. And board. Satellite controller at Camp Bob. Well. Waihawa. Now I know you're making some of these up. Let's check some missions. Okay, what do we got? New satellite part. Or no orbital station. No, I've already got a station. I'm not doing another one. We've had enough problems. Ooh, rescue Dodwig could be fun. Didn't give us very much though. A lot of prestige. But I feel like we're already in the green with that. Alright, we'll just finish getting this thing into orbit. Big 60-foot dish. Wrong way. There's Minmus. So we're gonna come in here, get to the periapsis, circularize our orbit, and that should complete the mission. Yep. Just need to get it into orbit. And the thing after that is planting a flag on the Mun. And we should send a lander out here, get some science. We have quite a bit of fuel left in this tanks. I guess our next design is going to be a one-man, non-returnable lander that we can send back and forth between the surface and the station. Is that the one that had the stairway to heaven? You're thinking of the space elevator in Ecuador. Almost there. Come on. Perfect. We are going to go ahead and circularize our orbit. And it will be glorious. Beautiful view of Minmus. The real question is, how are we going to get our orbit into a decent inclination? And also, how high up do we want to be? Probably 12 is good. Probably fine. Alright, let's take a look at our stuff here. Our inclination is 18.8. Argument of periapsis is 18.3. Well, that's somewhat useful information. I think if we burn anti-normal at close to the periapsis. Oh, here we go. There's some stairway in Hawaii that goes up to an old military thing. They're beginning to pull up the staircase because even though it was blocked off, lots of people are always sneaking in to climb to the top of the mountain. Huh. That's interesting. You know which island it was on? Alright. Contract complete. We've got our 130 grand. Puts us up to 707. Its official name is Haiku Stairs. Haiku, huh? I have been trying to write a haiku for you. Wait a minute, that's not a haiku. Military communication sites in Korea that had hundreds of steps to get to the site. Cool. On Oahu. Okay. Yeah, that's where I was. Obviously, I was a kid at the time. But I didn't get to do anything cool like that. We just went to the beach every weekend. Does anyone want stories from when I lived in Hawaii? I didn't particularly like it, but other people seem to think it was cool. Bring our inclination down here. Nice and easy. Not as easy. Harder. Come on. That inclination down. Okay. Well, we've basically flattened it out as best I can. I'd rather live in Alaska than Hawaii. Yeah. Me too. Nice and cool up there. Not as... Actually, it might be as humid, honestly, depending on the time of year. And which part of Alaska you live in. Is that where you lost your little sister? No, that was in California. Do I read a lot? Not books. But I read things on the internet. Is there any way... Oh wait, does this tell me angle between the craft or the maneuver position around the orbited body and that body's trajectory around its parent? Yeah, that doesn't help me. I wish there was a way to see... Guess I can do this. I wish there was a way to see where I needed to burn in order to get to 0 inclination. There probably is something and I'm just missing it. That's good for now. My friend is an author and writes action adventure books, mini set in Alaska. Wasn't there a really famous book? They made a movie based on the book. Had Harrison Ford in it with a dog. It was set in Alaska. For some reason, I'm blanking on the name. Okay, so here's our beautiful station. It's lit up and everything. Check our data. Get it loaded into the lab for processing. The lab doing... Oh, there's like nothing in here. What the heck? That sucks. I guess we can start research. And we'll extend the pen out. There we go. So, Alaska is not humid unless you're on the coast. We live in Fairbanks, which is technically a desert. Fun. But you said you didn't like it, so humidity, I guess, doesn't matter that much. DudePont. Get some science for us. Oh, we didn't get slopes yet? Nice. Can actually keep that too. Down around Juneau is actually a rainforest. Yeah, it's like kind of like Washington coast, right? Like all up and down that side of the Pacific. Temperate rainforest. All right. Data. Process in the lab. All right. Oh, there's some more data for us. All right, so now I think that's probably a decent enough inclination. 5.3 isn't terrible. I'm not sure how we would even start to fix it, but wait a minute. Oh, okay. Need to be not in that mode for that. Call of the Wild. Yes, that's the movie I'm thinking of. It had Harrison Ford. Salcha. Alright. We've got a couple of rescue missions. We should probably take one for Orbit of Kerbal, that's not an issue. Then we need to design a new landing vessel. So, let's start a new one. We're going to want the lander can for this. Thing is great. So it's gonna need a RCS tank and a docking port. All right, good. It's gonna need a fuel tank. What are we gonna use for the legs, I wonder? Let's do this. But okay, I remember what I normally do. Put the science up here. And then I do a fuel tank like this. I think. I don't remember how I normally do that. But we actually need it. Oh no, we don't want decouplers for that. Dude, we don't have the fuel tanks I need yet. If we can unlock them. This is going to be... What do we currently have? Yeah, let's just leave. Won't save. I live near Culpeper, and I hate the hot and humid. Oh boy, you guys are getting into it. Okay. Works for the VA. I remember Culpeper. I went to JMU for a bit and did acting stuff in Charlottesville. Cool. Ah, this is what I want. But I can't afford it. Oh no. Let's check our... I thought you were saying your friend was born in Hampton Roads. Alright, I'll let you guys handle all that. Let's check our sites and see if we can't send some science back. You guys remember the KSS? It's still here. How much science do we have? 14. Hey, that's not too bad. That is actually a decent amount of science. Alright. That one's done. Then I'm going to check on the month station. I guess is our only other option, fortunately. Now, do you only get partial credit for the science if you transmit it? Not from science labs. So how science labs work is you deposit science, and here I'll show you once I get in. So you fill up the science with data, and then your scientists convert the data into actual science, and then you can transmit that science back to the Space Center. So right now, Garely is working hard to convert this much data into 0.1333 science per day. And as the data goes down, that rate also goes down, I believe. So it's beneficial to have more science. Wait, why do we have 2 pilots? Oh, right, for the quest. Dang it. 2 pilots just out here. I should come pick one up. That in the thing. Man. So I just put extra data in there from EVA report. Is Jeb the only fatality so far? He is the only fatality so far, and I expect he will be the only fatality unless something goes horribly wrong, as so often does in this game. So, I put the science from the EVA report into the science lab, which increased the data, which also increased the rate at which science is produced. So the more data you have in the science lab, the more it gets converted into science. And then you can send it back to the KSC for pure science that you can use to buy research. Which is why I am working on building a lander that can land and recover science. In fact, you know what? Let's just send an Inquisitor up there and use the science. We don't even have to dock necessarily. Send one of these guys up. Oh, and this actually, we don't need it too, do we? Inquisitor 2? Oh no, it's a Corolla lander. We don't want that. We'll send the 2, I guess. Wait. No, not the 2, the 3. The 2 is bad. The 3 is better. In fact, is there anybody we would want to send up there to drop off? Probably not. We've already got 2 scientists. I guess no, I don't have a scientist. All right, we'll just send Valentina alone, I guess. Do I need to make any adjustments? That quick change. good. We'll get some science, we'll get a surface sample, we'll load it all up, and then we'll head on back. Alright, Vulcan Rider says, I need to figure out how to get to all the different biomes. I mean, you can cheese it like that, you don't really need to. Like, there's no... It doesn't give you that... Like, you'll get a lot more science from one trip to the Mun than you would from all the biomes in the KSC. Alright, so let's get Valentina into orbit here. But if you really need to scrape all the science you can, then just build like a little rover. I wouldn't trust the physics on a rolling body ever. The one thing we could do is send this up to the KSS first, because there's a scientist there and he can reset all of this stuff. I think we're actually going to do that. Oop, I want to study first. Get all this science. 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 Alright, got it. Everything looks good, Valentina, so let's cruise. I don't believe I have wheels yet. Then, wait till you get wheels, I guess. Just work on getting into orbit and getting the science from in orbit. You can get both high and low orbit, which high I believe is above 250,000. Wow, this is much easier to fly than that stupid space station. Look at how smooth it handles. I think I need to change my philosophy on space stations and not have those stupid flimsy arms. Yes, smooth like butter. Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna eat my words here. Alright, well, I guess we're going for a flip. At least it's liquid in this time. Oh boy, this isn't great. Alright, luckily we've got Valentina, who is a consummate professional astronaut. So she can handle this. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's all good. She knows what she's doing. Just showing off for the camera. Alright, there we go. We're back on course. Good. Could it be that you're starting your turn too low? Probably. If I'm in timeout is still here, he can tell me when I should be starting my turn. Ooh, oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're in too thick of an atmosphere to be messing around with turns. Alright, now we're just spinning. I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. I want it to stop spinning, but I can't stop it. She's just spinning for no reason. Oh boy. Holy moly. Okay, we're good, we're good. I stopped the spinning. Back under control. Whew. Okay. Wow, I really jinxed that that launching thing. I have to start talking about Blackpink again. Do we have any K-pop fans in the chat? Oh no. It flips because there's too much drag at the top, and I push my trajectory well outside the program vector. Okay. I'll try not doing that on the next launch. I thought I had learned my lesson, but I guess not. try to get this going the right direction. Too much drag at the top. So are you suggesting fairings in that case? I feel like fairings are probably the answer that I'm completely ignoring in favor of just slapping things together. Speaking of slapping things together, we need to get that on target. Oh, actually, while I'm up here, forgot. Yep. You can start pitching very low in your ascent as long as your rocket is aerodynamically stable and you stay within your prograde vector. Okay, got it. Alright, I think I have fairings unlocked. I'm gonna just rendezvous this with the KSS and drop off the science and pick up the stranded Kerbal. And then we'll try a second launch to actually get to Minmus. Because I don't want to already burn through a lot of Delta V at this point. Oh, Pangolin knows about K-pop. Have you been talking with Emmykins about it? Fins below the center of mass will help keep the center of pressure below the center of mass, which helps considerably. Fairings over the tanks. It would be fairings, like, coming from here and then, like, extending up and around. Make, like, a cone. Fins can also give you additional control authority. That's true if I use the kind with authority. Oh. Well, at least we're going to be going fast enough to quickly get circularized once we actually get up here. I guess we'll set our first target as this fella. Here the intersect is going to be around there. Like Gangnam Way. Oh, Gangnam Way. You're thinking of Gungan Style, the Jar Jar Binks single. I spent 2 years in Korea and don't like K-pop. A rocket should be built like a dart, heavy and aerodynamic at the top and optionally fins at the bottom. Okay. Got it. Now, can you explain why my space station keeps flipping over? Same reason? The atmosphere. Also, can you explain how hinges work? Because I put the docking ports on the end of my hinges, and when I tried to dock the shuttle with the port, the hinges kept swinging around. And yeah, Gangnam Style is considered K-pop. But yeah, so I understand why it flips, but I wish that the hinges would actually lock when I tell them to lock and not just keep flopping around. Oh, okay, now I'm stuck in the atmosphere, unfortunately. Fix that. There we go. When you docked with it and the arm was bouncing around, it set up a harmonic flip. Yes, it did, but I didn't want it to. It wiggles, which you can fix by using auto strut to grandparent part up the entire. Yes. Okay. So yeah, the wiggling was one of the issues. The robotic part, I thought locking it would just fix the thing that I wanted it to fix, but it did not fix what I wanted it to fix. Very sad. I wanted it to not flop around. Ooh. All right, we got a classic rock grandpa in the chat. Although, okay, I'll agree with you on all that. Yeah, Eagles Rush, Pink Floyd, good stuff. His Bast song. Bast, of course, being the Egyptian goddess. I tend to use robotic parts in a very simple and limited ways. That's what I was trying to do. I just wanted it to like hinge up and down and then lock into place so I could fold it down for launch and then extend it once I reached orbit. But when I tried to dock it, the arm just started swinging around wildly, even though I wanted it to stay straight out. If that makes sense. Like there's not enough torque behind it or something. I don't know. Ooh, instrumental electric guitar. Yeah, give me a good solo any day. That's what Kerbal needs more of. Electric guitars. I think I'm just going to throw the whole design out and start from scratch for my Duna design. It's just too floppy. Am I familiar with jamendo.com? Nope. I heard you mention using an engineer to strut them on orbit. I thought that was a good idea. Yeah, I might have to if they're going to behave like that, because I can't realistically dock with them if they're going to be flopping around. But at that point, why even use the hinges? I could just send the parts up there attached the wrong way and then have the engineer get out and attach them the right way. Okay, so here's our intersect. Finally made it. Twitch on my phone gave up. Oh no. I had that happen to me before, where I'd be like watching a stream and Twitch would just stop the stream and nothing I did would get it back. Very strange. Calling Emmykins, stop harassing other chatters. Not everyone likes K-pop. It's okay. Don't abuse your mod powers. Find the intersect's gonna be way the heck back there. Go way out then. And here I am and I barely listen to any music. Just how it is. And I guess we're going out to 2 kilometers. Do a second, do a quick orbit here. Listen to Boombaya. Heck is Boombaya? Oh, that's a Blackpink song? Okay. Oh, I guess that makes sense. You would know Blackpink stuff. I only like ice cream. But that's not true. I haven't listened to very much Blackpink though. The Intersector? An open record label. The music is free. There's an artist that goes by the moniker Pierre Gint. Low Bogris. Here is his page. So it's kind of like Spotify-ish. Ice Cream is a great tune. Oh shoot. Do we need to go even farther, really? I guess we'll just go for another orbit. Here we go. Really fun song, very suggestive. I mean, yeah. Wait a minute. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Hope that changes quickly. Okay. Now we need to go retrograde. Get our intersect lined up properly. Okay, so I probably could have explained that better for those of you who aren't familiar with how to get a rendezvous. But basically, you want your intersects to be close. And then from there you can tweak it as needed. Do you have advanced tweakables enabled? Yeah, I did. I enabled it a couple of streams ago, I think, to get the, I don't remember why exactly, but I did it. I know you had mentioned it. Is anybody going to go see the new Clifford movie? I saw that was playing at the theater near me, so I'm not sure. I guess the target audience is kids, but like, are kids going to know who Clifford the Big Red Dog is? It seems more from my generation, and I'm not going to go see it. Oh, shoot. Oh boy, coming in a little hot here. Let's fix that. Oop, that's better. As far as Valentine is concerned, going fast. The way to go. So, yeah, I do have advanced tweakables. I'm not sure what I necessarily would need to change that you're asking about specifically. Auto strut is an advanced tweakables thing. I really want to give the new Clifford movie a chance, but it basically threw the storyline out the window. Where are Emily Elizabeth's parents? I didn't even know that was a concern. They just didn't want to pay actors to play. Like, the low-budget movie, they spent all their money on dog physics. You can download his music for free. He has a ton of albums. If you like instrumental guitar, I do like instrumental guitar. All right. Check it out. Like I said, I don't listen to a lot of music recreationally. Well, that's not true. There's some times when I don't need to do anything. Or I can't be watching video, so music is go-to for entertainment. Also, I watched both the Clifford shows and read the books with my kids, and I know that Clifford was a small puppy for a long while. Yes, exactly. He was the smallest puppy, and Emily Elizabeth took him home, and then she wished for him to get big, and then he, like, got really big. I think. Yeah, auto strut to grandparent part up the entire stack, and that will help make it more stable. Okay, I think I'm just ultimately going to redesign the space stations, but that's something I'll watch out for. Those 3 links will give you a ton of guitar music, and it is instrumental, so it fits underneath. Awesome. Is it all electric guitar, or is there some acoustic in there? This is the right... Oh no, this... Okay, I'm picking up the stranded Kerbal first. I'm like, this doesn't look like a space station. And that's because it's not. Oh, I'm kind of curious as to what the heck pod this is. It looks like the Mun lander? Like the all-in-one lander thing? Yeah, it is. Pretty cool design, actually. Might have to use that for something. Alright, we got an engineer. Cool. Jaws data, I guess. Mostly electric. Yeah, that's cool too. Okay. Now we're going to change targets to KSS. Go ahead. Change our thing. My oldest is about to become a teenager. Oh boy. So they'll be watching Twitch here shortly. Perfect. Have I got a channel for them? Your life is over. Oh no. Doing this correctly. Oh, wait, hang on. I may have gone too far in a few places. So we'll just mark these intersects. Get situated here. Of course, now that I went back out of map view, it's gonna ends. Yep. You could use docking ports on the space station arms and have a little space tug. Sort of build it a little instead of flying it up completely intact. It has to be, for the mission, it has to be completely intact though. But yeah, I can always build stuff in orbit, that's not an issue. Especially with the new engineering capabilities. I really appreciate. Finally gives engineers a reason to be used. So Vulcan Rider says, I survived my kids' teen years, and I'm sitting here thinking I barely survived my own teen years. So that's impressive. Go fast. See how that lines up here. So, okay, so Vulcan Rider, pay attention, because this is how you rendezvous. Basically, you need to get an intersect point or two, and then once you have, depending on where your target is relative to you, in this case, the KSS is more behind me than ahead of me. And generally, you're going to have a lot more room to maneuver, trying to slow down to let it catch up to you. Once you pass the intersect point, you want to speed up, and I don't like to go too far out because it burns a lot of fuel. And then this is going to tell you when I come back around, the space station is going to be here. And what I want to do is, over time, that is going to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And once it's either right on top of it or ahead of it, you need to burn retrograde at this intersect point, and that'll move it back here. So I'll show you that actually. So I'm going to speed up time, and you can see I'm going out, so I need to take a longer distance, and that's going to let the station catch up to me. It's like running on a track. If you're on the outside lane, the person on the inside lane is going faster than you. And you can see it jumped up a little bit. We'll do another orbit, and it's going to creep up again. So as long as you include it on there to start with, it'll still count. I think I just need to make a sturdier design, but I'll consider that as well. Because the arms are mostly an aesthetic choice on my part. They don't need to exist. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be passing these intersect points. We're going to watch. Oh, okay, I guess it already flipped. Changed. Fine. Go to another orbit. And now, okay, now it flipped again. You can see now that it is leapfrogged in front of the point of intersect. Actually, this kind of sucks. Or maybe it doesn't. It's still behind me. So once I pass this point here, you can see that that's there. I need to actually slow down, and that'll move the target position closer to the intersect point, like that. You can see it moving back to catch up. And this is without even switching to target mode, target velocity, whatever that is. Yeah, I've used that same design before with the hinges, and it didn't have the problem. I'm wondering if they changed something in one of the patches. Okay, so now our intersect is, pretty close. And we can go do the thing. Oh, okay, you're saying that the arms are adding things that are unnecessary. Yeah, that's fair. And I can just add stuff to it later. Yeah, we'll see. My next station is probably going to end up being a Duna station, so that'll have probably some more advanced tech on it than what I'm currently using. The hinges can just be problematic. I think it's designed for lighter craft for the most part. Like, I could put the hinges and not put docking ports on the end of those and have the docking ports on the center, like on the center part of the station instead of having them out on the arms. Alright, so now we'll switch to target mode. And what I like to do here is locate the target, whatever this pink node means. And what I like to do is corral the retrograde marker onto that pink thing. And that basically aligns my retrograde vector with the target, so we'll intersect. Go. And perfect. Now theoretically, my intersect should be pretty darn close. Well, 2.4 kilometers. Close relative to space. Yeah, because they don't swing around if I just have the solar panels on there. There's no reason for them to. So I think I will change that. Maybe I could send an engineer out there and move the docking ports to the center structure. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I do have an extra seat that I can use. Now, unfortunately, I kind of lost the thread here. Our target. Those are so far away. Check that. About 4 minutes. Getting a little bit closer. Almost there. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Ah, yep, I see. Quite a ways away. That looks no. And at some point, I guess I can always just point at the dang station. That's not going to hurt anything, usually. Especially at these low velocities. Still need to plant a flag on the Mun. I don't think we'll be getting to that tonight. I don't really have any other reason to go out there. But I would definitely like to get a lander sent out to Minmus to get some science going in the lab. And that was originally supposed to be the plan of this mission, but that kind of got sidetracked when it flipped a couple of times. And now we're doing orbital rendezvous training. coming in. Let's speed her up. Better. And good. Good. Like, if you guys remember the KSS launch, that was super easy, and it didn't flop around because it didn't have the weird arms or the wimpy column in the middle. It is purely aesthetic and serves no actual purpose. This thing is sturdy as a brick. It may have flipped, I don't remember. I have to go back and check the VOD on that one. But it's worth it to be safe. You don't need a repeat of last week. Yep. So the plan is we will have this is an engineer. We'll have the scientist hop out, gather up all the science, reset everything, rerun the science, take all the science again, load it into the science lab, and then we'll send this thing home. F for Jeb. Yep, F for Jeb. We're all very sad, but show must go on. I did contemplate starting a new game entirely, but I was talked out of it. Slow it down just more. Okay. So we're good. You're going to have our handy dandy scientist hop out. Oh, wait. No, he's a pilot. Wrong guy. We want Anthrod to hop out. Yeah, there's some wonky physics going on there. That is weird, and I don't like it. Nothing I can do. What? Oh, that was weird. Emmykins is right. He knew the risks. He wasn't expecting it, but it happened anyway. Let's grab some goo. Oop. Material bay. And goo. Material bay. Good there. Oh, get it. Next up, we want barometer. Report. Okay. Back over. KSS. Yes, scientists can reset any science experiment. That's why most people don't even bother with pilots. They just bring a scientist with a probe core. Because then the scientist can just do all the science and not have to worry about it. You can also reset by docking with a station that has a science lab. There's a well, I don't see it on here, but normally there would be a reset or restore science things. Also lets you level up Kerbals. Okay, we've already done that one. Already done that one. Did that one. That one. Shoot, I've already done all these. Oh, that's dumb. Okay. Well, we will continue on research, I guess. Did he wash the windows? No way, he's a scientist. He doesn't get paid to do that. But we have janitor Kerbals. Okay, and now we're going to send these two back down to the planet's surface. Down we go. We're gonna make this quick. We're running out of time. Already been at this for 2 hours. People want action. They demand it. They crave it. First we need to detach the fuel pods. We're in a collision. Main rocket. And orient ourselves. So the meta has always had scientists at the top. Engineers were pretty useless for a long time. The best they could do is fix wheels that got broken. But now they've added in-flight, not really in-flight, but like off-site construction. They've become hugely cool. And pilots have always been kind of middling. I like to use them, like I said, because I don't trust the communications network, generally. It goes out at the worst times, I find, and I'd rather just have a pilot on board to handle that kind of stuff. But like I said, most people just forego using a pilot once they can get a probe core and a scientist. Go. Got our heat shield ready to heat up. So what were we talking about? Hang on, scroll up here. Talking about redesigning space station, guitar, having kids. Pilots are definitely valuable and really good to have. I agree. But I've seen a lot of people kind of poo-poo them and say, why would you ever send a pilot when you could just use a probe core and a scientist to reset all your experiments? For one thing, it's a little more realistic to have a pilot piloting your spacecraft. Or maybe it's not. I don't know how much actual piloting real astronauts do. And second of all, it's just more convenient for me. We've already might actually be able to get some science from wherever we land. I don't think I've taken it for everything. I think they are Jaffos for the most part. The heck's a Jaffo? Such a cool image. I like pilots because the original idea behind KSP was to send Kerbals to various places in rockets. Just another fine observer. Okay, I got it. Yeah, exactly. Like, unmanned stuff is fine. Especially for places like Eve, where I guess you're starting a colony if you send a Kerbal there. But, yeah, I like sending Kerbals. It's more fun. They get to go and they have their various abilities that they can use. Even if they die. I mean, even if they die. Nobody's dying. According to, well, actually I don't know how many days it's been since Jeb died, but it's almost day 90 from the start of the game, so I feel like the Kerbals are probably over it by now. Yes, Jeb died, but it wasn't, again, it wasn't through some wacky piloting decision. It was just distracted driving. The original dev that created KSP based the game on things he did in his childhood. Like building rockets? Or like imagination type stuff. Because I'm assuming that the original dev did not go to the moon. He made little rockets from fireworks and put Kerbals in them. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And it just kind of exploded from there, huh? No pun intended. He would launch the Kerbals and record how far they went and whether or not they survived. Oh, that's cool. Boy, that makes my childhood seem really boring in comparison. I just played with Legos. Yeah. We're here. We did it. Survived yet oh, okay, well there goes the rest of the ship, I guess. Safely touchdown. Log the pressure data. Oh, we already got this. Dang. Got everything. Grasslands. You worked at a marketing company. Yeah, you worked at Squad, which was not a was not a game dev company. It's a marketing company. I know that much. Boy, can you imagine doing something like that? Like that, or Concerned Ape making Stardew Valley and just getting super rich off your cool game idea? That'd be awesome. Ooh, Minmus flag, that's a good one. Science data from surface of sun, that's a good one. Right. Now we are going to actually do the thing I was planning on doing and send up the Inquisitor 3. We have 2 of these. Alright, one of you guys is getting deleted. Gonna be this one. Wait, hang on. Now I'm concerned. Let me check that. I'm not sure why it would make 2 separate ones, but that all looks good. Got thing I would expect it to have. Okay. Not quite ready for fairings on this one, so we're gonna leave them out. Valentine up. Deleted? Yeah, well it was duplicated. Yeah, probe cores definitely have their place, but I don't think using them... I definitely agree that using them is not, like, as fun. Here we go. I'm gonna take your advice and keep the marker nice and centered, or at least within the range. See if that helps a little bit. No, I deleted a ship. I had duplicate ships with the same name for some reason. And they were like exactly the same. And I couldn't find anything that was different, so I just deleted one of them. I would never delete a Kerbal. They're very valuable. You can pitch over very slowly and gradually. Alright, well that's what I'm doing. Okay, well now I need to really, like, kind of get a little more aggressive with it. It was not going. Go. No, if I'd have to go to the astronaut center to delete a Kerbal, and I don't think it's really deleting. I think you're just firing them. I don't know why you would do that. I guess to make room for a different class. Okay, well at least we didn't flip the rocket this time, so we'll have plenty of Delta V to get to Minmus. Speaking of which, I should think about getting aligned with that. Do sending means we need to go south. So here we go. So we're gonna ship Valentina off to Minmus. She's gonna land, get some science, and plant a flag. And actually, we'll see if there's a any Kerbal stranded there we can pick up, since we have... Oh, I was gonna bring an engineer. Dang it. Ah, well, whatever. We're not docking right now, so it's not a big deal. Totally forgot I was gonna do that and put some struts onto base station. So here we go, circularizing that orbit. We're gonna get it nice and round and big. And if anybody has any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll explain as best I can, but I'm in timeout can probably explain slightly better, so it's worth making yourself known if you're unsure what's going on. Well, this is a bit of an issue. Probably could have handled that a little bit better. Guess we'll just roll with it. We're about to switch engines. Come on. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Pitch up a little bit more. A little bit more. A lot a bit more. There we go. Now we're talking. Get our apoapsis and our periapsis out of the atmosphere, so we're not on the friction here. Alright, that kind of works, I guess. So, what does this entail exactly? We're at least going the right direction. Oh, that's fine. Anything from scientific data? Nope. Just from the... Guess we can physics warp our way. Out of here. Get up to 70. Time warp. How did the launch go? How many flips? And 0 flips. Just a little bit, didn't quite stick the apoapsis high enough. So we're still in the atmosphere, but we're in orbit, essentially. Doesn't that ship have solar panels? This one? Yeah? Is that good? Waited to pitch till later. Well, I started pitching over early, but I kept it light, and then eventually when I got where I needed to be, I was able to pitch a little more aggressively. Oh, does that ship have solar panels? Yes, it does. Most of my ships will have at least one solar panel at this point. Sending node. My normal. We're going to get this lined up. Get the inclination set with Minmus. Launch out there. We'll land on Minmus. Collect a bunch of science. Drop it off at the Min station. Come back, and by then, we should hopefully have enough science to pick up the thing that I want. Which were those shiny oval tanks. That should be good enough. Get our periapsis out. Just a little bit. Good. Now we can start planning for our trip to Min. 930 meters per second. Let's back it up a little bit. Oh, we can go forward. All right. I guess we'll do that. Oh, no, that's not right. Guess we do need to go back. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Right there. Good. Load in 26 minutes. And here we go. Looping around. Then we're going to launch. So what's everybody's plans for December? Anybody doing anything super fun? Christmas is coming up. Make sure you get lots of video games. I'm pretty excited about the winter sale. And I know that's weird to say considering the autumn sale is still going on. But usually the winter sale has a lot of... Does lots of KSP count as a plan? That does count as a plan. And Urban Venture, thanks for checking out the stream tonight. Really appreciate it. I used to play a lot more KSP, like just kind of by myself. Oh. Chillin' Chilla. Also, thanks for coming to check out the stream. The movie Decepticon versus Omnitron? Is that an actual movie? Is that a Transformers movie? My wife hates it because the questions to what do you want... Oh, crap, I missed my turn. The question, what do you want for Christmas or birthday is nothing. Yeah, really. Like... I've already got what I want. If I wanted it, I would have got it already. There's no reason to wait. Oh, thank you, Vulcan Rider, for recommending me. And thank you for the follow. Always appreciated. If, for anyone here who's not aware, when I get to 50 followers, I have to buy a webcam and get a better mic and do a 12-hour stream. So if you'd like to see me in all my facely glory and hear all my voicely voice and watch me torture myself for 12 hours on a Saturday, click that follow button. Urban Adventure has some really amazing ship designs. I'll have to check them out because I don't make the best ships. I just kind of stick to what I've always done, which is slap some parts together and make sure the delta V is high enough. Which, you know, works for the most part, but eventually you need to get a little more fancy. Wait, which goal? That's 3 different goals. I'm assuming the 12-hour stream. I got the idea from another streamer who, I don't know if he had it as a goal, he just said he was going to do it. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I mean, I play games for like 16 hours on a normal Saturday. Not much of a stretch to do it for 12 on stream. Oh, the cam? Yeah. Well, people have recommended I get a cam, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to invest in a cam if I don't have followers. And I figure 50 gets me all the emotes and stuff and the channel points, and that's as good enough as any to justify getting some extra equipment. We're still burning, but we're gonna have quite a bit of fuel left over when we get to Minmus, at least. Don't summon Derek. The angry truck just sounds like most of my mobile base designs. Like, here's a space station. I just stuck some big wheels on it. Ooh, look at that. Stopped it right in time. Oh. Perfecto. Alright. So, I guess let's warp out to Minmus. I don't really have any reason to be doing parallel missions right now. Not this again. Game, come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Change that to 10 seconds. You've been mentioning me to other Kerbal stream. Okay, well, listen. I appreciate it, but don't step on people's toes. Like, it's other people have their channels. They don't want people advertising in their channel. That's I don't know, kind of a streamer faux pas, I think. But I guess if they're okay with it, then everything's good. Is there an easy creative? Yes, you can just play sandbox mode and just build rockets, and there's no money or anything. You just build whatever you want. The Urban Venture actually built a fuel station on Kerbal and built a fuel truck to transport fuel from the factory to the launch site. Oh, you built like a mining to save money on fuel? You can't imagine you're saving that much on fuel. Unless you've got some crazy mods going on there. Alright, let's see if there are any catch-up missions. It's only just up and running. I only mention you to streamers that are off hours from you. Okay, I guess that's alright. I do appreciate it. It's nice to have other people showing up to the stream. Alright, build a new orbital station. No. Recover module. That's definitely not happening. And the craft. Nope. Meg. Do we want to get Meg here? I guess we'll add her to the... Urban streams mornings, our time in the UK. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a guy from Scotland that I watch who's pretty cool. And he streams right around when I'm eating lunch at work, so kind of works out. What? We already recovered Shellstead, right? If it'll let me destroy it, then we already... Alright. Malky Mac 72. Is Malky Max 72? No, no. Are you asking if that's a streamer? No, it's the smaller streamer who plays mostly horror games, actually. I mostly watch him because he's funny and I don't like usually the game he's playing I don't care about. For this. Alright. Coming in here for the Minmus periapsis. We should just be able to go right into a landing here. No need to mess around. Well, I say that. Probably be a little more careful. So, Vulcan Rider, I expect you to report back to the next stream with news that you managed to land on the Mun and return. Because if you can get to orbit, you can get anywhere, theoretically. And okay, so Malky streams Kerbal. I don't actually watch a lot of other people stream the same games that I play. Usually I'd rather play the game than watch people play it. But there's some exceptions for games that are more like story or puzzly. Like watch somebody go through it after you've already beat it. The biggest one I think is Outer Wilds, which is one of those games that unfortunately you can't really play again and get the same feeling. So you're kind of stuck watching other people react to the game and solving the puzzles and experiencing it in a different way than you did the first time. What else do I watch? I guess the streamers that I watch, one of them doesn't even play games, he just streams like weird stuff or just chatting or stuff like that. I need to make sure I can consistently get to orbit and back home. Yes, that is important. Make sure you can do that first. Because in order to get to the Mun, you not only have to get into orbit around Kerbin, you then need to get to the Mun, get into the orbit around the Mun, then land, then take off, get into orbit again, and then transfer back to Kerbin, finally. So I guess rather than getting there and landing, you should try getting there, getting into orbit, and then coming back before you attempt the landing at all. Probably be a good goal. Let's start our descent to madness. I mean, to Minmus. Do we need anything here? No, we're just planting a flag. Ever watch the NASA doc when we left the Earth? Well, that sounds fun. So I should mention, it is not my intention to become a KSP streamer. I'm just playing KSP currently because that's what I'm playing. But I would like to branch out and play other games. I've mentioned this. I have a massive Steam library, and I feel like at least some of it's got to be good. And I'm sure there's a market for newer games that are coming out. So I've got a pretty sizable list at this point of games people have recommended in chat. But if you have a game you would like to see me play, and like really want to see me play, I guess I should clarify, like, don't just pick something and then go away. Like, if you would like to see me play it and you're going to stick around and you're going to talk about it, that would be super cool, and I will play that game. Even if I don't have it, I'll get it. It's amazing, and it's what I watch to learn about the progression of spaceflight and the space race. The space race is so cool, and I wish there was more of that going on these days. I feel like it's kind of stalled out. A lot of little companies kind of squabbling over satellite launch rights and that kind of stuff. I'd like to see a more broad push for space exploration, space mining. I would say StarCraft, but that's probably passé. Like, original StarCraft? I don't, shoot, can I even get that anywhere? I guess it's probably on Blizzard's store. I guess I could play through the story. That wouldn't take too long. But I probably wouldn't do like multiplayer matches or anything. That's beyond my skill level, unfortunately. Either one or two. Okay. I'd probably rather just play the original, honestly. That's the one I grew up with. This is what I don't like about Minmus. It spins so fast. I set up my landing area, and it spins underneath me. That's this. Yep. Anybody else want a second StarCraft? Be interesting to have multiplayer KSP2 with space races. That would be cool. I know they're working on multiplayer. I assume it's more like you and your friend can both be flying a different craft at the same time. Spinmus? Is Spinmus a game? I see you put the Kappa face, which means this is perhaps a jest. Make sure we get the right radar mode on here. It was a poor joke about... Oh, Spinmus, Minmus. That's funny. I got you now. I am not much of a gamer. That's okay. I'd be down to watch some StarCraft. I haven't watched anybody play that in ages. Alright, I'll look into getting that. Can't imagine it's too expensive these days, but never know with Blizzard. I definitely wouldn't want to play any of their newer stuff, but StarCraft and Warcraft presumably still hold up. Flag right over there. Nice. Well, yeah, you're legally required to watch me play. Alright. We'll put some StarCraft in the schedule. I'll at least do a stream and play through some campaign missions. That would be fun. Anybody else? I know we've got Cold Waters on the wish list still. But so far only Vulcan Rider has vouched for that one. Although I'll probably end up playing it off stream too if I enjoy it. I guess I should probably post my theme library, huh? That might help. Or maybe not, because there's so many games on there. Like, where to even start? I mostly play strategy, space/sci-fi, occasionally puzzle games, and I guess like sometimes RPGs, but not really as much anymore. I feel like every time I try to play an RPG, I just get frustrated by the limitations of the game, since I'm much more used to actually role-playing like D&D and stuff, which is completely freeform generally. Is this the mint ice cream place? Yes, it is. Nice, gentle touchdown here on Minmus. Look at that. Couldn't ask for a better touchdown. And this time, the rocket will not be flipping over because we built a better lander. Get this processed here. Get some goo. Delicious. I guess we can take some of this back. No reason not to, right? Get some temperature. Pressure data. report. And does anybody see a rock? I don't see any rocks. We might have to go searching. Alright, Valentina, hop out. There we go. I didn't say you had to play Cold War. I said I had played it, and Subreef was a sub, Sonarman, and played it. Yeah, I don't mean you said I had to play it. I'm just, you suggested it as a fun game. Maybe come up with a list of 3 or 4 games you'd really like to play and do a poll. Where the heck would I do a poll? Think I made a polls? Can you do a poll on Twitter? Is that a thing? Let's go find a rock before we head back. Could have plenty of Delta V here. Do a quick little version. You can do a poll on Twitter. Okay. I guess if you're not already following me on Twitter and you would like to participate in a poll, go follow me on Twitter. If you have a Twitter account. Discord. I don't have a Discord yet. I didn't want to jump the gun and create a Discord server for like 3 people. So haven't got around to it. Twitch has polls. Oh, in order to do a Twitch poll, I have to have 50 followers. So can't do those yet. Anybody see any rocks? Just say in chat if you see a rock. I feel like I'd be able to see them from up here. I thought you could do polls here. You can do polls here. Like I said, you have to be the Twitch affiliate, which means I need 50 followers first. They kind of gatekeep all the good stuff behind that special number. Yeah, because I was looking in how to do it, and like, oh, only Twitch affiliates can do polls. Well, that's unhelpful. I'm not seeing any rocks. What the heck? I feel like they should be all over down here. One of the servers room would let you do a poll as long as it's an occasional thing. Yeah, see, I don't want to, like, I don't want to mess with that. Oh, there's a rock up there. Okay, we're going up the hill to get a rock. Let's go, Valentina. Andale. Maybe you are in a sea. In a sea? Saying there's no rocks because I'm in a sea? I'm pretty sure they spawn on the flat. Oh, there's one over there. So I think that should be good. Isn't there a site that does nothing but polls like straw poll? Oh, that's true. I guess I could make a straw poll. I'll do that on Wednesday, I guess. So if you want to vote in the poll, show up on Wednesday. I hope this isn't too big of a rock, otherwise I'm gonna have to go check out this other. And also, this is a really awkward position. Alright, where are we trying to land? Like up there, I think. I can be here on Wednesdays now. Oh, that's awesome. Unfortunately, the RimWorld colony died, so we're starting a new one this Wednesday. It is going to be dwarf flavored. So I created an ideology based around being dwarfs, basically. So if you like Dwarf Fortress or dwarf-themed things, check out RimWorld on Wednesday. Oh, you can't be here on Wednesdays now. Oh, okay. I read that as can. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be here on Wednesdays. Sorry, I missed those RimWorld streams. That's okay. Everybody died. Everything went horribly wrong. Alright, we need to land this thing now. But I now have other obligations on Wednesday. Well, that's okay. Other obligations are more important than watching me stream on Twitch, that's for sure. That's like me on Thursdays. Like, I gotta go to the game store and play games with the boys. That is my Thursday thing. Okay. So hopefully this is a small enough rock, otherwise we're gonna have to look for another rock. Can we speed up here? We can, okay, good. Oh, okay, it shut off now. We're too close to the surface. Guys, this looks like a big rock. I don't know if this is gonna work. Spent a lot of time watching the RimWorld Hot. Oh, that's right, that was going on. I saw that on the subreddit. I was kind of interested. It seemed like they had a... I've enjoyed the occasional Succession game in the past. Like, Boat Murdered is a classic Dwarf Fortress Succession game. And it always is fun to see how different people approach the same fortress. Can't you chisel a piece off of it? I don't know for Minmus. Because on the Mun, there are different size rock formations, and only some of them you can pick up. Ooh, this is gonna be kind of a pain in the butt slope to land on, huh? Okay, let's see if we can actually pull this off here. I guess it's not that bad. Alright. RCS. Yeah, RCS is not gonna help us out here, fortunately. They certainly had a wide variety of skill levels for the RimWorld event. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I think basically anybody could volunteer. Let's try this again. Hopefully with slightly more success. Although that does look awfully big. I don't think we can do anything with that. Let's go check out that other one. Like, yeah, there's one over here, I think. At least the Kerbal looks happy. There's another rock down in the lower... This one? Or are you saying there's one down here somewhere? I can see this one up here. I guess there's one over there too. I don't see anything down here closer to the shore. I'm gonna go check out this one first, and then see where that takes us. Also, I should probably keep an eye on my fuel levels, huh? That could be bad. Well, at least there's a station in orbit now, so it's not all bad. So if this isn't the right sized one, we're just gonna forego getting a rock sample and just head back into orbit, I think. But this one does look a little bit smaller. Yeah. Unfortunately, the delta V doesn't change since I'm supposed to be jettisoning these, but I'm still using legs, so I can't jettison them yet. Okay, this one does look considerably smaller, I think. We're going to try to chisel this one, and the ground here looks a little bit flatter as well. You have enough delta V for multiple hops. Okay. Well, keep in mind, this isn't my delta V. Because, doesn't quite calculate it correctly since it's expecting... Oh, this is the same sized one. Dang it. Alright, well, we'll check it out anyway. I guess if we can't get it, we can't get it. Actually, alright, screw it. We're just gonna go. I don't have time to mess around with this right now. We have a station to rendezvous with. You have one more level. Oh. Yeah, let me see if I can scout it out. Maybe that's just how big they are. Does anybody know how big the greenstones are? Is that correct? You only need 400 meters to go from the surface of Minmus back to Kerbal, though. Yes, but I don't know how much I have, is the issue. Because until I jettison these fuel pods, I won't know exactly how much I have. So I'm going to land here. This is flatter. I'm a little more confident I can land and grab the stuff. They're about half as big as a Kerbal. Okay, then that's definitely, those definitely aren't right then. Those must be the ones you need an arm to check with. That's okay. I'd rather not risk it right now. We're going to come back with multiple missions anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here go the fuel pods. And let's get caught up with the station. There we go. Oof, that's kind of a crappy inclination to be in. Tons of fuel. Yeah, that's true. Probably concerned for nothing. The big olivine formations are for scanning arms. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what they looked like. I know I've picked up a greenstone before. I just was not seeing any down in the flats, which was kind of surprising. I usually see a lot. Here's one. I don't think I can spot it though. Yeah, that looks the same shape as the other ones. That's okay. We're good. Let's just rendezvous with the space station, get this data delivered, and then probably wrap it up for the night, actually. Ooh, okay. Crash. Landing on the engine belt is very Kerbal. Yes, it is. We won't tell NASA. You know, if they can launch with sitting on the engine bell on the landing pad, then I don't see what the problem is. Basically the same thing. Yeah, periapsis above 6,000 should be good, right? I don't want to do a bunch of nonsense though. Let's just widen it out. Save us the trouble. Take too long, right? We're on Minmus. There we go. Take like 45 minutes. No, an hour and a half. Launching on the engine bell just feels weird to me. Yeah. Well, you don't unlock the launch clamps until like a slight ways into the tech tree, so kind of your only option. I mean, you don't even start with a decoupler. You have to parachute down with your solid rocket booster still attached to the command pod if you don't grab some extra science right away. Alright, let's rendezvous. Should be able to see it, kind of. Love how maneuverable it is when it's nice and light. Don't have to worry about those darn fuel pods. But they are handy for landings. Not getting too mad. The KSP tech tree definitely has some parts in odd places. Yeah, you're telling me. I guess you gotta hand it to the Kerbals. They discovered rockets before they discovered internal combustion. Alright, we should be close enough here. Ooh, okay. Hit the wrong button. And hit X and I hit Z. That could have caused problems. I was pointing the wrong way. I found the best way to get ahead is to launch from all 3 launch sites and landing in different areas around them. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I don't know that... Can I launch from different launch sites? Or do I have to unlock them? Because I didn't see an option for that, but I guess I didn't look very hard either. If you're going to get science from Kerbal, that's a good strategy. Yeah, I was just telling him that you don't really need to get... Like, the science you get from Kerbal is very small compared to the science you're going to get even just from Orbit. But Kerbal does have a lot of biomes, so it's certainly a valid option. Don't feel comfortable getting into space. You can use Time Warp here pretty safely. It's a setting on hard mode. You have to fly to the other sites. Oh! Okay. So if I fly there, then it unlocks them? I should probably spend a stream doing that at some point. Maybe testing out some jet engine designs. I don't usually mess with those. Or I guess I could just, if you do the frame under the green launch button, it should give you a choice. Okay, I'll check that out before we wrap it up. But if I have to land at them first, that's gonna be a whole different ball game. Have to do some finagling. Oh. Coming in close enough now. I am not running hard mode and I screw up well enough on my own. Yeah, that's fine. I play hard mode because I feel like normal mode doesn't give enough of a challenge for me personally. Hard mode enforces the no reload saves, no reverts and stuff like that. And Kerbals don't respawn. And then if you land there, you can always get 100% recovery on crafts. Oh, that's true. I usually don't worry too much about that, but I know that that can kind of be useful. That level of efficiency. Okay, so Valentina. Guess we want to send one of these scientist guys to grab the science. Special science delivery for the Min station. Oh, and they got a whole bunch of stuff here, actually. So we can collect the data, restore, conduct, keep. Oh, wait, we didn't get this yet? Well, okay. Guess we'll put that in there. Oh, wait, no. That. Keep. Select. Select. Or. Data. Take data. Get all the data. Please don't crash while I'm doing this. Okay. Just float by, please. Alright. So, oh, okay. Let's, careful here. Not cause another space incident. Okay, that's good. So we do not have this yet. We'll take that back. And we'll take this goo back. But we should be able to review the data, load everything. That's some good stuff there. Look at that. That's a lot of data. 7 science a day. Now we're talking. We can still send Valentina home with some extra science. So we will do that. Like 200 meters per second or something. Oh, okay. Just a little bit. That seems oddly horizontal. But I will accept this strange polar orbit, because it'll work. Alright. Go for a couple minutes here to get to site. Crash. So, I guess that will be something I need to do next time, is perhaps attempt to land at one of the, probably the desert site's the easiest one to get to, because it's kind of equatorial. Is there any reason to launch from those sites, though? I guess for different inclinations, maybe. Oh, okay. That should be good. And mostly. I'll try to rein it back in. A little bit too far there. There we go. That is a crazy looking orbit, though. That. Guess it makes sense. Desert is 6 degrees below equator, so it helps with Minmus transfers. That is actually super useful information. Thank you. Now Valentina is going to hop out and grab the extra science here. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah. Hop out. Grab the science quick. We can actually turn this in on top of getting the science from the Min station. Perfect. And I don't think there's anything from here that we can get still. We didn't plant a flag, did we? Oh boy. Okay. KSC is the only launch site that will allow you to launch into any inclination. True. The polar site means you're being less affected by the spin, so you're more efficient for polar and retro launches. Okay, good to know. Guys, I forgot to plant a flag on the Minmus. When I landed. Nobody reminded me. That's okay. We'll be coming back here shortly. But oh, look at the time. So that appears to be it for tonight. I am an old man who has to go to bed. You can still go back to plant the flag. It's not too late. I think I've already. I'm sure I have enough Delta V, but I'm not going to bother. No new things. So thank you everybody for coming out. Thanks to all the new people. We're going back. Don't worry. Are you rating someone else playing Kerbal? I guess I could pay it forward. Let me look. Who's doing the Kerbals tonight? Kerbal. Thank you for watching. Okay, who is live that is about the same? Bean. You guys have a recommendation? I don't know anybody else that streams Kerbal, so and I don't just want to randomly click on somebody. That could go poorly. Just suggesting. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just let you guys go. You can go distribute yourselves to whomever you prefer to watch. I know my favorite streamer is streaming now, but I'm not going to rate him because he's way bigger than me. You're the Kerbal streamer I watch. Thank you, Pangolin. I really appreciate it. So I will hopefully see some of you on Wednesday for the new RimWorld stream. And then Friday, we're going to at least try Hearts of Iron for like an hour maybe. And then depending on how that goes, we'll switch to something else. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for the new follows. I know Dunbaratu is no longer here. He raided and had to go. But yeah, scatter. Anybody who came on the Dunbaratu raid, thank you very much. Even if I didn't see you in the chat, that's okay. It's always appreciated just watching. And I will hopefully see you guys on Wednesday. So have a good night.